Wow, 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 boom. Dun, 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 boom, boom, boom. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun.
Run them down.
Won the battle.
This is a clear victory.
I lost 46% versus their 22% so far.
I lost a lot, man. I lost about 1,000 men.
I probably lost about 500 so far, but my army was only like a total of 1,000, so. I'm hoping that my warg archers can kind of turn this around and get a bunch of really good shots off. But we'll kind of see how that goes.
Oh yeah, we're executing them. Yeah, why the fuck wouldn't I? You're dead.
Right? Yeah, no,
You
fuck
think I'm
that.
gonna let the elves survive? No.
Right? No, I'm not. No matter how much money, I'm not giving you your fucking guys back.
Yeah.
That's a bad plan. Even if I was hard up for money, that would be a bad plan.
Yeah, no, so thanks
I'm
to
gonna
my
have to spend more money to kill them.
thanks to my brave heroism, I've stopped the siege.
Good job.
Entirely. Like there's no more siege.
Yeah.
How long did it take for them to
Oh,
replenish
well done.
though in the city?
For your guys?
Yeah.
Depends on the unit. And it's by retraining. That's how you replenish units. Yeah, it doesn't happen passively over time. You retrain them.
I'm used to it being passive over time. Then I'm gonna march an army back to the city, I think, and like I'm gonna swap out an army in Theanderal's Hall for a non-wounded one. Oh, but they're still fucking recovering. God damn.
Yeah.
Okay, whatever. You guys just hang out here, I guess.
This is why you see the AI have a lot of like small armies around the entire map. Is because instead of like, oh, okay, you know, take an army, attack, wait for it to recover, attack again, it'll just send out like a bunch of tiny armies to keep fucking with you, or fucking with each other, instead of ever waiting for their armies to recover. But, you know, that's how the AI plays. I prefer to do full stack army, charge, take a location, sit, build up that location, build up, you know, and then move forward. Which takes a lot longer and is a much harder thing to do in Total Conquest. Especially in the Lord of the Rings mod. Huh? No, I mean, I'm doing essentially the same thing. It just makes it's harder. Given that stuff like the campaign script, and the longer the game goes, the harder it's going to be because there are more enemies. So essentially, for every like full bar army, right, that we pump out, that has, you know, fully recovered or has all of its armor and weapon upgrades, there'll probably be about that many guys, or about that many armies spread throughout the world in multiple smaller armies by the enemy.
But it's so much easier for us to just pop on the little dudes. Like, why the hell would they do that?
Well, because essentially, like, so say we have a full bar army, right? And we've got 50 settlements to defend.
Yes.
And we're also attacking, you know, our border is now 50 settlements versus 50 settlements. You know, we have one city per border. If we are trying to march to take one of their cities, we are now having to expend unit movement to take that one army to attack little army, little army, little army, and then they might not make it to the to the city we're trying to siege, where they can move about 12 little armies past us because we don't have the movement range to attack all of those little armies.
Okay, sure.
So it's just a horde tactic idea where you can't contend with fighting them. You know, you can't contend with fighting them in a map-wide campaign because there's just too many little armies to deal with, and then they'll just slowly whittle you down. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think the doors are getting too strong.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna kill the
I would definitely
next.
say. Yeah, I would definitely say finish the elves first.
Oh yeah, no, for sure. But I'm saying instead of going after Dol Amroth, I think I'm just gonna go kill the fucking dwarves.
Dol Amroth? You mean Dalgaldor?
Or Dalgador, yeah.
Dol Amroth is very far away. That's at the bottom of Gondor.
I don't. Yeah, no, we're gonna go after Dol Amroth. Fuck yeah. Ignore everybody. Oh, bride.
Yeah,
I
fuck
got a
it.
bride. Yay.
Okay. Even more kids.
The orcs of Gundabad have a very poor relationship with me.
Oh no.
Huh.
That's not good.
I guess. I'm like, I don't think
I should, but okay. Yeah. I mean, again, I gave you kind of the easiest human faction I could think of.
We can go no further to your will,
especially, like, and that was before I knew that they started out being super neutral, which helps a lot. But yeah, fucking. I don't know. Like late game, because I mean that's the other thing is that the longer the campaign takes, the harder it gets. You know, like best case scenario for either one of us is that Mordor becomes so aggressive that they kill everybody.
Oh, for sure. Then we just fight Mordor. Yeah.
Yeah, and then it's just fighting Middle Earth against Mordor, which is way better, because it's more of a just city management, making sure every city constantly has a full garrison and pushing consistently against Mordor.
That's right.
But if you're... Yeah, well, like, if it's, you know, if Mordor dies, and it becomes, like, a faction like, you know, Lothlorien, or Imladris, or the Greyhavens, or the Blue Mountain Dwarves, or you know, any of the dwarves or elves that are left, it becomes a much bigger issue, because now we've got units that are way too strong, and once they have more and more locations, that's more and more locations that they can start building units, which means suddenly, if the elves get a bunch of cities, it doesn't matter that each unit takes 7 turns to be able to re-recruit them when they have 7 locations that can all make them each on the same turn.
Yeah.
So suddenly it becomes they can field just as big of armies as us because they have huge territories or a huge amount of territories that they can also push from. Because yeah, I am not gonna lie, I am sweating balls at turn 51. The garrison script has not kicked in yet for me.
I'm at turn 52. My garrison script hasn't kicked in.
Also, make sure you're reading through all those pop-ups, because I would hate for you to skip past the pop-up.
I can probably tell when I get all my troops, right? I mean, in the recruitment.
Well, it will unlock the buildings for you to be able to recruit all your troops.
Well, I have no new construction options as far as I know.
Okay. But also it will, like, because it doesn't have, like, anything, like, it's just for, well, I don't know what it looks like for each faction, but I know for the last time I saw it, it was just, like, swords and shit, and it was like, hey, we can finally recruit all of our guys. And I was like, oh shit, because then from that point on, all of the AI was like, okay, it's game time. So it's a nice heads up to have. And again, it can happen any turn from, like, I wouldn't expect you to have the garrison script hit yet. It hits from turn 60 to turn 70.
Right.
At some point in there, it will trigger. But it's just something to be wary of, because shit will get real. And I'm fucking panicked. Like, I don't feel like I am dug in at all to the level I need to be to deal with what's coming.
Sure.
Because, yeah. I'm fucked. Just because, like, the dwarves are pushing out way more aggressively than I almost ever have them push out.
Oh, Mordor's killing the pink guys now. They have Logarth.
Yeah. Yeah. Mordor conquering shit's a good sign.
Really?
Go Mordor. Well, yeah, because then it means you just have to fight Mordor. Yeah. They've had that on mine.
Gondor's really getting cut off, huh?
Yeah.
And West Gilead is under siege again. You know, no shocker, but...
Oh, they haven't taken it yet on yours?
No. And Rohan still has Hornburg. They're still holding the line.
Rohan has Hornburg back on mine, but they're losing their other 3 settlements.
Rohan's on
So
push.
they have charged their general, like their main king, which isn't Theoden anymore because Theoden died.
Fuck.
But they're charging their current king up to take Hornburg, but they've left everything else essentially undefended. So now they're losing everything else in exchange for taking Hornburg.
Oh shit, I have a family member near battle. Hold on, I gotta get him out of there. Wait a minute. Fuck. I didn't know he was a fucking family member. Alright, you, sir, specifically?
Hold on. A family can still fight.
Yes, but I don't want them to die, right?
Don't let them die. Also, again, the biggest point is the only way you're in danger by a family member dying is if all of your family dies in the same, dies before there's...
Yeah, but this group hasn't had kids yet, so it's like a fresh thing. Like,
you haven't born children.
Right. I'm like, I don't want him to die yet. I want him to make some kids, then he can go fuck off and die. Like, I don't care if I have kids, then we're good, but I don't, so.
Fair enough.
It's kind of like, get the fuck over there. Make big babies.
Yeah. I'm sure that was the guy that just had his bride presented.
Probably. Alright, let's end turn. Going into turn 54. It'll be fine.
54 already? Holy shit.
Well, I'm waiting around for armies to move. I mean, I don't have much else to do, to be honest. Because I'm not in a position to go attack the elves yet. I don't have enough troops. Personally, I don't feel like I have enough troops.
Splitting the troops.
Fair enough.
I mean, maybe I do. Maybe I'm being too cautious, and I should just go attack, but...
I mean, I don't know, because I don't know, what's in the forest.
Neither do I.
One of the reasons I hate fighting fucking wood elves.
Right, that's why I'm like, I want to wait till I have enough troops that I know I could just take on the city.
Oh, shit.
What?
The capital, or the general of the Valenwood just died. Like, their king just died on mine.
Huh.
He died fighting the fucking orcs of Gundabad.
Yeah, that's not good.
Yeah, the orcs
I found the
are
ring.
pushing into their territory.
It is...
Say
where the fuck
mine's
is
an
this?
Erebor.
I don't even know where this is. Let me toggle the map.
That's fucking Isengard.
Oh, shit. It's Isengard.
Oh, you're fucked.
What do you mean? Well, hold on. I mean, it's only the second time the ring's popped up. It'll move again, right?
Right. But
Let's announce.
Here's the thing.
Yeah.
If the AI is smart, which could happen, all they have to do is put Saruman in Isengard and he can claim the ring.
Well, let's see where Saruman is, right? I don't know who's in there.
Yeah, that's the other problem, is they're so far away from you, you're not going to be able to see pretty much any of their armies.
I can see everything.
No, I mean what's in their armies.
Is that what you want?
And so you have to just kind of hope that Saruman either A, is already dead.
True.
Which would be really good. Or B, that he is currently out on the battle map somewhere.
Hopefully. Well, normally when Saruman's on the battle map, he has his own unique character.
He does.
And I don't see his unique character.
Yeah, so hopefully he's already dead, or he's already in a different settlement.
I think I would have noticed the White Wizard dying.
You would think.
I mean, it would be obvious. Like, even though I skipped through stuff, I still look at them. It's not. I know it looks fast to you, but I am looking at them. Like, as I noticed when Alliance.
I mean, the way you talk, it sounds like you're not looking at them.
Oh, because most of it's garbage that doesn't have anything to do with me. But
that's not true.
Really? Does it really matter what alliances are forming and not forming?
Yes. Are you fucking mentally deficient?
No.
You're in a total conquest.
Yes, so it doesn't matter who
Everything
if I'm
matters.
killing everyone
No,
anyway.
everything matters. Because if those guys ally, and those two factions make it to the end as friends, then it's you versus both of them.
I could probably pay one off to kill the other one, right?
No.
You don't think so?
No, surprisingly, the AI is very loyal. Or they'll take your money and never actually attack.
No, I could order them to break their alliance, right? Isn't that a thing?
No.
Oh.
It's not a thing in this one.
Oh.
You can try and bribe a faction to attack a faction that they're allied with, but they will most likely just take your money and never attack their ally. And look at you like an idiot for thinking they would.
Yikes.
Yeah, this is why, like, again, this isn't like new age Warhammer where it's like, it's no big deal. I can just convince anyone to pretty much do anything, especially with infinite money. No, the AI is pretty dickish, and they're decently intelligent. And yeah, if, like, for instance, say the Grey Havens and the Blue Mountain Dwarves ally, you're fucked if those are the two last factions.
Orders.
Because that means you would have a top-tier elf and top-tier dwarves, or the last factions you have to fight in the entire game, and if they're allied against you,
My lord. Orders. My lord.
you're gone.
Right.
You know what I mean?
I see what you're saying.
My lord.
So, like, you always, like, those are, while they don't, you might not think they're that important, it's very important to know what's happening in the larger world, because all of it affects you. Like, just because it's not affecting you right now, doesn't mean it won't affect you in the future.
By your
Right.
command.
Same with, you know, units, like, or, like, when you see certain named characters die, or stuff like that, or armies going to war with other armies,
Your will,
it's,
my lord.
like, that's one of the reasons I constantly, like, I turn off Fog of War every single turn, is because, again, like, Mordor being pushed up to Logarth in mine,
By your command.
and Bras Sathis, all the way up, you know, they're literally one city away from Dale, and that's only because those cities are controlled by Dal Guldur.
As you wish.
And then also seeing them push into Rohan's territory tells me that Mordor's being aggressive. Currently, Mordor does not have an alliance with Isengard, so I might get lucky and they might fight Isengard because they're bordering each other. And they might be hostile.
Oh.
But at the same time, I'm looking down south where Mordor is also pushing and realizing that the Corsairs, or the, what the fuck are these guys called? The Aduan, which are the returning Númenóreans, are pushing north really hard and starting to break through Dol Amroth's territory. And if they get too big, they might fight Mordor, and if they beat Mordor, they'll be a much more difficult thing for me to deal with. So, like, again, it's the total conquest is a very different, you're not just focused on, like, if you just focus on beating the factions you have to beat right off the bat, like, to get your normal win victory, and then go about everything else, you're gonna have a harder campaign.
But I'm not trying that, though.
I know, because we got you started on the Wood Elves, finally. But, like, if you ignore the wider world other than what's just immediately around you, you can be caught unaware. And that's, like, the worst thing that can happen to you is, you know, essentially, because, you know, if you don't have Fog of War on, you can only see so much.
Yes.
So the last thing you want to do is be fighting the Wood Elves, and then suddenly, you know, Mordor is sieging one of your cities. And then you, like, toggle Fog of War off to go, oh, wait, where did they come from? And they've wiped out most of, you know, the Vale of Dorwinion. They're already, you know, arcing around. They've taken out most of the dwarves. And you're suddenly surrounded by Mordor.
Splitting the truth.
You know?
Sure.
Or even a faction like Isengard suddenly starting to really get on a roll and burn through, you know, fucking... Because Isengard is far from you right now, But in reality, if Isengard pushes straight north, like through Galadriel's territory, and then just starts pushing through the Vale of Anduin, they're right next to the forest. They could bust a left or bust a right and just start fighting you. And so it's one of those things of like you always have to be kind of more aware of how the wider world is working.
Right.
Because it can get really mean.
Sure.
And like, the only reason I'm kind of like bringing it up is because I know you don't really do Total Conquest.
Not really. It's too long.
And so, huh?
Usually it's too long. Like I don't have time to conquer the whole world.
Oh, then that's the version that I typically play is Total Conquest. Yeah. So like there are just different rules and different rules of engagement to doing so.
Oh, it's my mission to take that city. Oh fuck, there's so many troops in there. Yeah, I'm gonna need 2 armies to take this city. Like, there's no way I can do this. Like, if the elves have a full stack army, then I need everybody.
I mean, fair enough.
Which I could do right now. I could muster it.
My lord. By your command, we can go to your will, my lord. Yes. March to exhaustion, continuing late, my lord. By your command, we can go no further to your will, my lord.
Okay.
Merging armies, my lord.
I have ballistas now.
Nice. That should help.
See, I'm gonna make a second army. I mean, I could do it now. You know what? No, I'm gonna be smart. I'll wait for the second army to be built, and then I'll march on my target and kill another elf city. And then there's only one left. And that's it.
What turn are you on?
56.
Jesus shit.
Oh wait, hold on. These guys. That's an elven city too. Oh fuck. Wait a minute. Oh shit. Well, yeah, it takes a while.
What? What takes a while?
Fighting. I mean, it takes a long time.
I mean,
just to kill a faction. I mean, that's a lot.
Yeah, but
Am I going too slow? Should I be going faster?
no, you're going too fast, if anything.
Really?
Well, look, again, I'm trying to warn you of the greater war that is at hand.
Mm-hmm. I'm not fighting anyone else, just the wood elves.
Alright, hold on.
My lord. Yes.
Alright, let's think about this. What do we actually want in a battle? We want
Your will, my lord. Orders.
come on out of the city.
Orders. Your will, my lord. My lord. Your will, my lord.
Bring out refresh
Orders.
troops for the most part.
Your will, my lord. Orders, my lord.
You're kind of refreshed.
Orders.
Then we're gonna throw weak units back in the city, I think.
Okay, I'm back.
Okay.
No, I mean, the wider war, what I mean by that isn't like just what you're fighting. Again, you're technically at war with everybody without being at war, with everybody.
Mm-hmm.
And so, just because, again, the second that script kicks in, there is no more, I'm removing this faction early.
Right.
That's what I'm trying to get across. Is the second that script kicks in, it's just, well, now I have to fight that faction.
Oh.
Yeah, there is no more
Well,
hiding from the
Should I keep the dwarves as
high
allies
tier.
then?
Yeah, for as long. I mean, at this point, you don't have enough time to wipe them out. So yeah, now would be a good time to keep them as allies because there's no preventing them from getting strong. You'll just have to try and. I mean, you could try and cuck them. Honestly, would be your best chance.
If I just take the
like,
capital like now, because I do still have technically.
No,
I have two full-blown
no.
armies in my cities.
No, not what I mean.
Okay.
Because again, you said you're on turn 56.
Yeah.
That campaign script is going to kick in any second, and when it does, suddenly the dwarves are about to start having like warriors of Erebor who have like 38 fucking defense.
You.
And you guys just aren't gonna do shit to them anymore. It's gonna take like you're gonna need about an army for every half an army they have.
Ugh.
At best.
Would that be of archers or like spears? Like what kind of troops?
Well, archers are gonna be your best chance against them, but if they engage your archers in melee, your archers are dead. Dwarves are melee focused only. Like they have one unit of archers, and that's it. Everything else is melee focused.
Oh fuck.
And they are just murder units. Like that's all they are. They show up, they just squish your army.
So it's probably pretty easy to be a dwarf then, huh? The dwarf campaigns?
They have the same thing the elves do, where it takes a long time to recruit. And fighting elves is ironically your bane, because elves have a lot of archer units.
Yeah.
And so that's like, but at this point, no, I would say ally yourself with the dwarves and try and take as much territory around them as possible. As in, like, take their stuff to the left, like the locations they don't have yet, to the left and to the right. Bottleneck them in to where they only have their territory and can't expand anymore.
It says that the High Chieftain of the Orcs is dead.
I think that means they just lost the fucking Witch King.
Oh.
Is that for what faction? Or does it just say... Either that means that the Orcs of Gundabad have lost the Pale Orc, or the Witch King has just died.
My lord.
And either way, that's pretty good. Those are two really strong units that are really strong characters, so if they're gone, it's good for you.
Okay, I'm gonna go move on I'm gonna move to go kill the Elvish city. Oh, can we reach it? Oh, I can reach it. Okay, let's have you be the reinforcer.
Which one?
By your command, my lord.
Which city?
We can sally out right here.
Oh, that low one. Okay.
But look at the stack though. It's a big stack. That's why I'm moving in 2 armies. Hell, possibly even 3.
No, good plan. No, yeah. If you can hit with multiple armies, do so.
Should I hit with 3
Absolutely.
armies though, or just 2?
If you can hit with 3, hit with 3.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, like there's never a downside.
Yeah.
Yes. Ordered.
There's never a downside to using more armies, unless unless you pull them out of something.
By your command, march to exhaustion, continuing later. Your will, my lord. Ordered. By your command, joining forces, my lord.
Fucking hell. I realized you're also using Toggle Fog at War at the end of all your turns, aren't you?
Yes, so I can load.
That's one of the reasons you're flying through. That's me.
Yeah, because I don't want to sit around and wait for... But that's not fun to watch. It takes forever.
I enjoy it. I enjoy it. I get to see where all the enemy's actually going. And, it helps with when units are in the forest, because you can see where their army just suddenly disappears.
I think the Easterlings are going to kill the dwarves.
Oh, shit. Well, that would be good for you.
Yeah. But it's just kind of awkward, because,
Why is that awkward?
Well, then I gotta fight the Easterlings, and I don't really want that yet. Like, I'm not ready to fight the Easterlings. That's such a big faction to kill.
Easterlings are easier than dwarves.
They're easier than elves?
Yeah!
Oh, okay. Oh. Okay.
They're humans!
So here's a real question. Should I... So look at this army, right? Look at this army that the elves have.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah, Nightmare Fuel.
And then if I have... Oh, whoops. Close that. If I have this army down here, I guess I can't pull it up. Yeah. If I have this army, combining with this army, do you think that's enough?
Okay.
Or should I wait?
I mean, it depends on how well you use them, but yeah, it could be.
Could be. Well, because I have this third army all the way up here.
Your will, my lord.
That's moving over.
Yeah, I would say hit them now.
Him now? Okay.
Because again, worst case scenario, you lose, but you severely cripple them.
I'm going to save the game right now.